Hi there, you're on Gossip Says channel. Enjoy watching, subscribe and like it. It's growing our community. I am pregnant and my husband has been sleeping with my mother. Hello. Several friends and relatives follow my main Reddit account, so I've made a new one to avoid creating more drama. 26 Fahrenheit have found out my husband 30 plank mass is having sex with my mother 52 Fahrenheit. I honestly don't know how to react. I'm fucking 4 months pregnant and I'm trying not to stress since it's bad for the baby. I honestly had suspicions about my husband cheating. When I announced my pregnancy, he seemed happy. Over the moon actually. He was kissing me and telling me how lucky he was to have me, but now he changed. About 2 weeks after my surprise announcement, he stopped hugging me and kissing me like usual. He stopped eating the meals I'd make for him after work and said he already ate some fast food or something. I also noticed he had changed his lock screen, which was a picture of us. Not sure if that meant anything, to be honest. I found out 3 days ago. I went through his phone while he was in the shower and found text messages, videos, pictures. I'm sick to my stomach thinking about what I saw. I saw pictures of my mom in lingerie and he was replying with pictures of his penis, saying he was so hard for her. I even saw a message of regret. He had said that maybe they should stop since he didn't want to hurt me, but my mom said I wouldn't get hurt as long as they kept it all a secret. But what angered me the most was the message she sent a few days ago. I'll quote it here so anyone reading this can get an idea of how serious their affair is and has been. I love you so much. More than you think. You've helped me through the passing of my beloved ex-husband, and for that I truly thank you. I know it is hard for you to keep a secret like this. For me it is too. I love my daughter with all my heart, but she will have to accept eventually that love is love and that the heart wants what it wants. Our hearts want each other. I thought that ever since my husband died, nobody would ever love me because I'm just an old woman, but you have shown me to love myself and made me feel young and sexy again. Let's keep having fun and cherishing each other. I think it's important to know my father passed away about 5 years ago from a stroke, and my mother said she refused to get back into dating or romance because my father is her forever love and only. It's absolute bullshit. I'm fucking crushed, and it's the fact that I know they had sex after that message because that was the night he didn't come home until 1 in the morning due to work and paid overtime. I actually threw up after reading that message. I have screenshots of the messages and have sent the videos to myself. Of course, I deleted them on his phone so it looked like he never sent me anything. I'm numb. I'm confused. I'm hurt so bad. I can even cry because I refuse to believe it. My husband is at work. I'm sitting on the edge of my bed writing this. Any advice? Please. I'm desperate for just a little bit of anything, really. This baby in me is honestly the only thing preventing me from confrontation. I'm afraid that confronting them now will cause too much stress and anger, and I want the best for my child. At this point, all I want to do is have my baby. Christmas is soon, and I don't want to ruin it for the family. I had also planned on announcing my pregnancy that day. Please help me. Update. Hello. Thank you all so much for the support. Really, you don't understand how much it means to me to see so many strangers online wishing me well. I did not expect my post to gain this much attention. Around 2 hours ago, I confronted my husband when he came home from work. I told him that I know everything. I showed him the pictures and messages. At first he denied, but when I showed him the evidence he started crying. Crying, actually crying. He had the nerve to cry and get on his knees while holding and caressing my stomach. He told me that I would be a bad mother if I left him and raised my child without a father because a baby needs a dad in their life to fully grow mentally and physically. I honestly don't know what to say at that except that it's pure bullshit. I told him that I was contacting a lawyer in order to file for divorce. I had already packed my things before he came home. I'm currently staying at a local motel about 30 minutes away from my home. I've asked my cousin if I can stay with her for a few days and she has agreed. I'm getting everything sorted from there. My husband has been blowing up my phone with messages and apologies. He's told me that if I take him back, he won't do anything to hurt me ever again, and he will cut all ties with my mother. As for her, I've also confronted her. I messaged her once I got to my motel. I told her I was pregnant and that she will never get to see her grandchild. She has not responded yet. I have also moved all my finances that I had in my husband and I's shared bank account to my personal savings account. You don't understand how grateful and appreciative I am for the support. I apologize that I could not reply to all the personal messages I've been receiving as well. It's been hell. I'll try my best to update if my mother does end up replying to me. Again, thank you all so much. Update: I am safe. I've been receiving a lot of messages from those who are concerned for my well-being. I am safe and I'm finally at my cousin's house. Thank you all once again for the supportive messages and replies. I also would like to thank you all for the awards. They mean so much to me. My mental health is getting better every single day, all thanks to you amazing people for offered me advice and kind words. I have chosen to cut all ties off with my mother. She messaged me just a few hours ago and I honestly do not have the heart to reply. It's also made me rethink my situation. I'm so sorry for the pain and hurt I've caused you. It was never meant to go this far. I love you so much, with every inch of my heart, but you are not the victim. How dare you hold this against me and take away my right to see my one and only grandbaby? You are cruel. If you do this, you will forever live life regretting. Please do not do this to me. I am your mother. I love you. I have ended it with my husband's name. We are no longer on speaking terms. Please push past this. A child cannot be raised without a father or grandmother. I love you, my name which will not be shared. Please call me. I cut out some more personal things from the text. I have a lawyer and am in the process of looking for an apartment. I have no intention on allowing either my former husband or mother into my child's life, but I'm also afraid that my child will grow up deprived of many child-father bonding experiences. This may be my last update as I want to move on and away from all of this. As for my husband, his messages have gone quiet, which I am thankful for. My cousin has been helping through this and is currently the only family member other than my mom and husband who know about the affair. I'm very appreciative to all the support. I hope you all have an amazing holiday. Please subscribe, leave comments, rate videos, and click the bell not to miss my videos. Story 2. Coop's mom cheats on his stepdad and ruins their lives. I am a 16-year-old male. I have 2 sisters. Our biological father was never in our lives. He left my mom when she was pregnant with me, came back 6 years later and said he wanted to make amends and that we could be a happy family. Somehow my mom immediately started saying that she loved him, but he left after mom got pregnant again. Then 2 years later he came back. I cried and begged my mom to not let him into our lives because I hated him. Well, he said the same thing. My mom also said she loved him, and then he left after she got pregnant again. My mom was a waitress, so the 4 of us lived in a small 1-bedroom apartment. I was essentially another parent to my sisters because mom was always working. Sometimes, we wouldn't eat breakfast or dinner because we couldn't afford it. Other times, I did not eat anything so that my sisters could eat. My mom met another man 45 plank mass a year after my youngest sister was born. He is a really good man. His wife and daughter had died in an accident a long time ago when he was in his 20s. He met my mom when he was ready to date again. He is a really good man and treated us like his own children, and I consider him my father. He was very wealthy and owned multiple businesses. We eventually moved into his huge mansion-like house. I also had a better school there. We 3 siblings got our own rooms and I got better clothes, played video games for the first time in my life, and a bunch of other things. He taught me things, helped me catch up in school because I could not do well in the previous school. He spent a lot of time with the 3 of us. My sisters eventually started calling him Dad. I followed shortly after. I remember him crying, hugging us, and telling he loved us when we called him Dad for the first time. They eventually got married, and Dad asked me to be one of his groomsmen, and of course, I said yes, while my sister were my mom's bridesmaids. Mom stayed at home to take care of us. As far as I know, they were very happy together. They went on dates at least once in 2 weeks, kissed each other frequently, and always told each other that they loved each other. He also knew about Mom's past and realized she had issues and got her into counseling. I was really happy that my mom had finally found someone who treated her well. I was also very happy for myself and my siblings and really loved him. He also said that he would pay for college for the 3 of us. My dream is to become a doctor, and I never thought it would be possible cause it was so expensive, and I was so freaking happy. Mom also told me she was very lucky to have found him and that she loves him and is very grateful of how he has made her and our lives better. Well, last year July I discovered that my mom was having an affair with his best friend, who was also the best man at their wedding. Apparently, the affair was going on for a long time. I did not know exactly how long. Mom cried and begged him to give her another chance. He didn't, understandably. He let us keep all the new things, such as clothes for me and toys for my sisters. When I went to him crying and asking him why he was leaving us, he just hugged me and told me about Mom's affair. He said the affair is too painful and that he cannot be in this marriage anymore, and then said that he loved me and my sisters. My sisters did not know about the affair. I did not think they will understand. He got a prenup, so Mom did not get anything that wasn't hers. Dad just had to pay the rent of a new apartment until the divorce was finalized. We stayed in a decent apartment, but after the divorce was done, we moved into a much smaller apartment. I tried to be in contact with him, but it does not seem like he wants a relationship with me. He has never responded to my messages. I sent a final letter to him last year, December, thanking him for everything he did for me and my sisters, and that I loved him and would remember him forever. So now we're back to a 1-bedroom apartment, skipping meals and barely being able to afford anything. I sleep on the floor now. My sisters share a bed while my mom uses another. Mom is a waitress again. I've also taken a part-time at a grocery store to help with money. I just hate my mom so much right now. I only took the job to help my sisters. I have also stopped talking to Mom. Recently, she came crying to me and told me that she was sorry for ruining everything and she wanted me to talk to her. I broke down and just said I don't understand. Why did you cheat on him? He was taking such good care of you and the 3 of us. He was also gonna send us to college. For the first time in my life, I was happy. You have destroyed my life. Why do you always have to ruin everything? You already did that twice when you let Bio Father back in my life. I hate you. I never want to talk to you again. She was crying a lot after I said that. I am gonna admit, what I said was pretty rude, but at that time I was just so angry. I just hate her so much right now. I just wish she dies a very painful death. These thoughts are the only things in my head. It's making me go insane, and I know it's not normal. I read online that therapy would be useful, but we can't even afford food on most days, so we don't have insurance. All I can think about is how she ruined everything. He didn't even ask for much. Mom was living such a luxurious life and was just at home taking care of her own biological children. I just miss him so much. Even my sisters keep asking when they are going back home or when they'll see Dad again. They've also started crying and asking for Dad a lot of times this past year. I just don't know what to do anymore. I am so frustrated and just angry at everything. I wish I could run from here, but if I did, who would take care of my siblings? That stupid mother can't do shit. I guess I'm here 'cause I need some help. I don't really know what to do. Some days, I'm just so tired and don't want to do anything. Other days I just wish Ty died and all of this ended. Thank you. Update: about 2 weeks ago, I found my mom dead in our house. She had sent my siblings 10 Fahrenheit, Fahrenheit to their friend's house and then hung herself. She really changed after she got divorced from my stepdad after she cheated on him. I made a post about it recently. My mom and I didn't talk a lot after that. One of the last things I told her was that I hated her and asked her why she ruined my and my sister's lives. I wish I didn't say that. Maybe she would have been alive if I supported her. I have had no contact with my stepdad after the divorce. My sisters and I live with my mom's sister and her husband now. We never met them before this, and even my mom never had contact with them, but they are the only family that could be found, and they agreed to let us live with them. My siblings and I don't like living here. Both of them are constantly shouting at each other and at us. We're just so uncomfortable here. I don't think they can afford food for all of us. I have a job at a grocery store, so I mostly buy food for my siblings. My boss is also very nice and allows me to take home some extra things for free. I really miss my mom. My sisters are also always crying for her. She had her flaws, but I still love her. She's my mom. The last thing I told her was that I hated her. I just wish that I told her that I love her and supported and helped her. Then she would have been alive today. What I told her tipped her over the edge.